It drains you emotionally,
True.
sexually. The day I got married and the day after of that, the person I found on the other side was a totally different person.
We see a lot of people around us are spending days, months, even years on talking stages. Does that really help them to get to know each other?
Is there a point where you actually know? Is there a matrix that you can tell, like, okay, after 9 months, after 6 months, after 2 years, I will know this person fully and I can make that decision on what I have known about
Today we're gonna discuss why you shouldn't waste your time anymore on talking stages.
and really get to the point, which is sealing the deal and getting married. The truth is, time will never reveal someone's character. It usually based on the situation.
That's completely true. No matter how long you're gonna spend with your partner, like just talking, you can talk for years. Nothing will show you the real face of this person more than the situation. And situation mostly come when you actually start getting to the stage that we're gonna be married right now.
Right.
So there's a lot of complication, a lot of problem you're gonna face that show you that real person.
Yeah, the thing is, because we are putting the best self in front of the other person, you actually don't really know if this person is that or there's a big dark secret behind
Exactly.
XYZ of their situation. So you have to focus on the fact that one, you will never know someone for who he is in the dates, because the dates are just a perfect version of him and her on the plane. And the second is, when that's faded away, that's where you will see the true person. But you won't get into that because you've always been in dating phase, you're always hanging out and in a situation where I can get exit anytime I want, she can get an exit anytime she wants. So there's nothing really bounding us to the situation where we actually start being ourselves.
That's true. Like it's just like a sugar coated period. Like everyone
Exactly.
gonna wanna have fun with the other person, and that's it.
Yeah, we're in
Yeah.
a hee ha ha phase
Yeah,
mode.
you don't have to face
And
like a real
just-
situation, or like I don't want to be so much committed to someone.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, if I
Yeah.
want to leave, I'll leave. So there's
Yeah.
nothing actually hard you're gonna face with this person.
Because as soon as things get hard, he or she both can think of an exit.
Exactly.
Right? And if you're exiting, then you're not showing your true self, you're not showing the resilience, you're not showing the hard work to keep the relationship alive.
True.
Right? So until we get into the marriage, things are just iffy all across the board. Once you get into marriage, now you know there is no exit, there is no running away. I have to face with this situation, I have to deal with this situation, and I have to deal it in a logical, mentally, emotional, and moral way.
So that's totally true. Like just put it in the mind. There's nothing will show you the real face of the other person more than the marriage preparation period. This is where you're gonna see the real face from all the situation, from financially responsibilities, a lot of things. This is what it's actually gonna show you the person real face.
And the other thing also is that you have to stop talking and being in the talking stages. Rather test the qualities, test the person while you're in the stage. Just talking for the sake of talking, how you are doing, what's going on, did you eat or not, it's not gonna give you any benefit, doesn't tell anything about the person. Rather test, put them in a situation that they're uncomfortable and see how they react.
True. That's something we have done, our talking stage.
Correct.
He was testing so many. Also, you have to know that you have to have a list of what is the other person should have. For example, I'm gonna marry this person, or like what is my husband should have, like what is the quality he should have.
And when you say qualities, you have to be very real. For example, when we were getting to know each other, it was a long distance. I told her that my height is less than what it is. And I was telling her to see what her reaction was. But 99% of the time, her reaction was positive. It's like, even if you're shorter, blah, 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 I'm okay with what I've seen so far.
Yeah,
so I
that's
always was thinking like, okay, I'm set. If she see that I'm taller, that just gonna be the plus point. I was also testing her in terms of her sect. So we are from a Sunni sect. There's two sects in Muslim, Sunni and Shia. And I was telling her I'm Shia because my name actually sounds like it from a different sect, and so she was believing it. And I was kind of texting to the point where like, I don't know what your dad's gonna say, or your dad gonna be agreed, and things
I just
like
remember
that.
this time, like he was playing so much games with
know.
me, like with my mind.
Yeah, and then I was testing her how she responds. Is she getting mad? Is she asking me more questions? Is she trying to logically handle the situation? So 90% of those fronts, she was pretty good. So one of the trick I think that could really help is first ask the deal breakers. From the first conversations, you'll know what the deal breakers are. Try to see and break those deals actually, and test how they react if someone actually break their deal, which is like you're doing something. For example, they said no, non-smoker, you shouldn't be smoking, and just casually put in oh, I went for a smoke in a casual way, and see how they react. If they just shut down and block you, that just means they weren't decent person. Exactly, they're not gonna handle, or if they're gonna handle things, they're gonna be handling like that. They're gonna shut down, they're gonna leave the situation, and then you're gonna be left not knowing what's going on, right? So things like that, know the deal breaker, and maybe later down the road break those deals.
And the other thing is, like, you will never know someone fully until you get married. No matter how long you have been talking to him, living with someone for 24 hours, for a whole year, for a whole 2 years is something totally different. You will figure out things that you will never expect, because now I'm gonna see the other person, how he eats in front of the TV, how he act after eating, how he act while he's sleeping, how he act when he go to the washroom after cleaning after himself, how he clean after himself.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can still have those feelings while you're a girlfriend boyfriend. The difference here is that the contract, the marriage contract in place, because that contract you cannot break just because, right? You have to literally get in, you're all in. So when that situations happen, we will literally know what the person looked like. I'll give you an example. Before I was getting to know her and getting to the courting stage of getting to know a lot of women, I actually did a therapy session from a marriage counselor. She was a therapist there. She was teaching me a lot of things, how to think. I was basically going there to see if do I carry a baggage that I will put it on her after marriage. She told me a lot of things. One of the things that really stood out, she said that I dated my husband, now husband, for about 7 years, and she said the day I got married and the day after of that, the day after of the marriage, the person I found on the other side was a totally different person.
Oh my God.
It wasn't the same person that I actually have been dating for 7 years. So it's crazy. She's saying that she dated for 7 years, and at the end she found someone that's totally different. And that's true, because when you get married, now you're thinking in a totally different way. When you have kids, you're thinking in a totally different way. It's changing you bit by bit, becoming a different man at every stage. So the stage before marriage will not be relevant after marriage, 100%. Because things, responsibilities, 100%. Circumstances will change the person who was here. Now you're at a different stage. So you didn't know this person, and you can never know this person from this perspective, because for you to know this, all this has to happen for you to get here. So it's just not gonna happen. You will never be able to know exactly who's the right one, or if he's a marriage material, in my opinion.
That's 100% true. The other thing that's why people actually act differently after marriage is, I noticed from my experience that, like, as we mentioned, there's no easy exit from this relationship now. Like, after marriage, you cannot take the easy route that I'm gonna leave tomorrow. Like, I don't want to complete with you. Like, there's nothing. This word, it will be out of your mind, and because of that, that's build up pressure. Whenever, like, I'm having fight with him, or you will have a fight with your spouse, because of a lot of responsibility and because of the load that you cannot do anything about it in this moment, makes people act differently. Like, maybe, like, if they are not married, like, and they face the exact same situation, they will not act like in the same way.
And the most important point is that when you're talking and you're staying in the talking stages, whatever that means for you, it drains you emotionally, sexually, and it damages your actual time that you can spend to someone who really meant to be with you.
That's 100%. I just want you to imagine spending 1 year with someone just for talking, and this person, you have a very strong connection emotionally with him. He traumatized you for some reason, like, or she traumatized you for some reason, and like build such an insecurities in you. This insecurities, this trauma, it's gonna be come out of you with the right person. Could be like, when after this relationship, when you find actually the right person and you start talking to him or her, you will act not normally and you will act totally wrong just because
the thing is, the person you were before, it's not the same person. Now it could go the other way too. You might have actually learned from the relationship and you got better.
It could be, that's true.
So it could be both ways, but usually it's for the worse, because usually when relationship ends, it's not a good scenario. 90% of the time someone cheated or something bad happened, the spark is not there, whatever that is. When the year ends, when the relationship ends, it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna give you some baggage that you're gonna carry on to other relationships. And for the other person, maybe he's coming clean and maybe he's not.
True, yeah.
Either way, it's not fair for you to bring that to him. That's why I was working with the therapist to figure out that baggage if I carry, and not to put it on the other person. But nonetheless, because you have the baggage, you were in talking stage, now you actually lost the time to get to know the person who actually meant to be.
Yeah.
So that whole year that she mentioned was lost. All the texting, all the, like spending money, discussions, emotional, physical, and sexual energy in some ways to get to know the person, it's all gone just based on that one thing.
Yeah, that's true. And you will find yourself like you're so tired, especially for who like have multiple relationship before marriage. It's like you lose a lot of effort and a lot of yourself, that you don't have that much of energy to spend, like to have that spark with the right person, or like to have like that kind of butterfly period with that. I know like some people personally, like they are so tired in a way that they wanna, when they meet the right person, I don't have energy to go talk, have like like a good chat with each other. I'm done with this. I have done all this, like I just wanna get into the main stage, which is not fair for the right person, because the right person, he might don't have all of this.
Now the question you will ask, how do I know if it's the right person? That's a whole different scenario. We'll talk about that later. But what we believed in, and when we were talking, we knew that if we are doing everything good, which means halal, even if someone is wrong person, it will become the right person, because we know we did everything right by the word of God, right? Because the God is the one that created everything. He knows what's good and bad for us.
That's
later.
true. And whatever you're gonna do halal, or like just according to your religion, Allah will put blessing on it.
So make sure that long stages of talking doesn't and shouldn't exist in your culture or in your relationship. You should focus on small talks, and those small talks should be focused on what you see yourself in the future. Instead of asking, hey, how's it going? Ask, hey, what is that one thing that keeps you up all night? Go into the deeper questions. Maybe we will talk about what those deeper questions look like in some other video. But for now, focus on the deeper question, get to know person.
Just remember that you're so valuable, your time is so valuable. Do not give anyone the right to waste your emotions, to waste your energy on nothing. Put a goal and work toward this goal. This is all what you need.
Give yourself timeline. This is very, very, very important. I learned it the hard way. Give yourself a timeline. Okay, I'm with this person. I'm giving this person 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Like we discussed in earlier, no matter how much time you're gonna spend, you will never know the person, right? So rather spending years, give yourself a timeline. I'm gonna talk to this person for 5, 6, 7, or 1 week or 2 months. If my gut feeling is saying no, then I'll just move on.
So that was all for why you shouldn't waste your time in talking stages. If you wanna us to do other video on the qualities or the thing that you can test the other person to see if he's the right person or not, can do that. Just drop in the comment and we will do it maybe very soon.
If you liked it, thumbs up, share, kisses, blah blah blah, anything you want. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself, others, and of
the
this channel.